State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down. Herring. And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Looking to throw. Herring. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Herring. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Simmons. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Simmons. A heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throw. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side completes Isabella. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Simmons. And he's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herring. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Herring. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. It'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Herring. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Here we go. Cougar 19. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey. Watch the run. Johnny's a mark. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Simmons. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Don't get nervous. 70 Rangers. Big stop, G. Big stop.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
To throw on 2nd down, Herring. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Go street. 53. Mustang 19. Watch the run. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
To throw on 3rd down, Herring. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Herring. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Herring. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simmons. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Simmons. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Simmons. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14, Giants 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. But he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to 4. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Simmons. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 30.
No doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact. He's been a big play guy. He used to be one with another one right there.
And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake, Simmons. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Simmons. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? 53's the mic. 53.
Looking to throw. Herring. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Herring. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. All day. All day.
Operating from the gun. Herring. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check, street. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53. 15, Pioneer. Here we go, watch the pass. Pace, let's go.
Throwing on first down. Herring is going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
79 Broncos. Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herring. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
46.
To throw again, Herring. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Off the option, here's Akers. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, Herring. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. Elijah Moore with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Simmons. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. this. 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 22. And the ball comes out.
Showtime, baby.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, Herring. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Check, 53's Mike. Come on, now, come on, now. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Herring. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing on 1st down, Herring. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I love this guy.
And got his man complete. The 20.
He's running, he's running.
Touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Hopkins, 89 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herring. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Herring. He'll dump this off to Akers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Herring. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
53, Mike 53. Here we go. Here we go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. From the gun, Herring. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. And forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost to the Bears, they give it to them. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel